The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. And weeks have it because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D-lineman to make the play.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. To throw, it's Carr. Complete, it's Johnson. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. He shakes him off.
Well, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he's able to elude that. And even though threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. He rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
The catch and run there, good for 16 in the first.
Well, they use him a lot in the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
First carry from the Oklahoma State man, Chuba Hubbard. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Chuba Hubbard, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. He's going to go for a big play downfield. He's got it with the 15. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 43 yards. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Kamara up the middle. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. But what a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Here's Carr to throw. Olave, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Goodness, nobody wanting to hold on to that football. 2 fumbles, one by each team on the same play. Not something you see every week.
No, not at all. And you and I both know how important possessions are nowadays in the NFL because there's not much difference between teams. So when you get a chance for a takeaway, you've got to hold on to the football yourself. Don't give it right back to him.
Now a play fake. Carr. That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints are back within a score. Lutz good on the extra point. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Taken in at the 3. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3 because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Yeah, he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
2nd quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. To throw, Young. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And some space here. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Carr going to throw. Olave holds it in. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Well, if you do read man covers, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Second down and 5. Kamara trying the right side. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they look to convert on the leader, 3rd and 4.
Running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, but I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. The loss results there.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Carr now to throw. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Panthers will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this. They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
I believe this is what you would call growing pains here, partner, because this defense obviously took the challenge facing the rookie, and they wanted to help indoctrinate him to the NFL. So now the big question is, can he answer that challenge? And
for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Jeremy Chinn picks it off. He's at the 50, the 30, 10. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
that was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And it's now 21-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Now Carr. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down in there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. to throw his car. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
But he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
On second down, Kamara. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down. Stopped at the Panthers' 39. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Got an open man. It's Olave. Down inside the 10. Touchdown. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talked about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you're looking for proof of his speed, Next Gen Stats shows that he was traveling just over 21 miles an hour there. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
1st and 10, Young. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Justin Houston making his presence felt there in the backfield. And a nice play there from the new pickup, signed just this past week to help fortify this defense.
He truly is the definition of an impact player. Surprise, surprise that it took this long for someone to pick him up.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Young on 3rd down. Able to complete this to Shenault. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. A gain of 8 on the keeper and a first down. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Now that was a designed run. Now remember, if a quarterback goes feet first, he's protected. But if he dives head first, he's not. On that play, he figured the risk was worth the reward.
They'll try to throw now. Young. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Young. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis.
And the Saints are going to get it back here just past the 35. Now, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
And he's going to be taken down here, as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway.
Taken in at the 3.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. The 40. Still going past the 30. Oh, he doesn't quite make it down at the 1-yard line. As close as he could possibly get, but still, what a return.
Well, this has been a close game throughout, but that return can help them gain the separation that they've been seeking throughout the game.
The best starting field position you could possibly have. 1st and goal from the 1. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. Keeping it himself from a yard out.
And the Panthers go up by 2 touchdowns.
We saw so much of this last year at the college level, but there you go. His first rushing touchdown as an NFL quarterback.
And with the speed he has, we certainly know it won't be his last, because that's something that aided him very well, as you mentioned, at the college level. It's something he's going to carry over, and they'll make it a big part of their offense.
Defensively, certainly not fooled there. Play started at the 2, and he was tackled at the 2.
That has to feel good for them. Not happy about having given up the touchdown, but stopping the 2-point conversion gives them a little bit of a lift as they head to the bench.
And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer, because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on, because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
A give to Kamara running right, and he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I think this running game, or should I say, lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing now is Carr.
He completes it to Olave.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9.
Safety blitz, such a fun play call to witness when it works. And the deep man can get home for a sack. Great timing by him. Interception earlier in this contest. Now a sack. He's definitely campaigning for Player of the Week honors, isn't he, partner?
They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back. And now they look at third down as a manageable situation, where they have a much better chance of picking up.
Carr. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by J.C. Horn. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence.
He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Hayden Hurst, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Panthers take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Hey, check mega. White, white, blue, check.
The Young's going to throw for this. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. If it make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
From the 27, Carr. Complete to Olave on the out route. His big day receiving just keeps getting bigger. He's over 200 yards now on the afternoon. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On play action, now Carr. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
A good pick out there of 20 yards.
Hey, green. Blue, go. Green jack.
Young on 1st down. That's the tight end Hurst with it. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On 2nd down, here's the option. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. And Young's throw there incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
This is up and good from Pinheiro. And that will extend their lead even further. So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides to be thrilled with that.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Carr. And his throw is incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
Now Carr, gotta have this one. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
Right back to Sanders on 1st down. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
This ball complete. It's an out route to Thielen. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The play fake. Now Young. And Sharp pulls it in. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 13-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
That's once again complete to Chark.
And he's brought down. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down. They'll run with Sanders. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Miles Sanders with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Panthers are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this.
And now here's another interception.
Picked off by J.C. Horn.
Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, that means talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Young off the play fake. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
That'll give him 8 that time. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Off the play fake, Young. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
And I don't don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. But that's just a minor blip here in what's been a thoroughly dominating performance. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the fourth quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They run it again with Kamara. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now a handoff. Here's Kamara.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.